GuyFarruski's vanished.
Joel.
He's gone for. We talked about it. I mean,
we've tempted him straight for that.
I don't know what I did.
Quick.
What's going on, guys? Welcome to the Platinum Podcast, where we talk about all things gaming, all things PlayStation, and all things trophies. I'm your host, Lewis, also known as PlatinumBro. I'm joined by quite a few people today, but we'll start with my handsome as ever co-host, Joel GuyFarruski. How are you today, Joel?
I'm doing good. I'm always doing good because you always call me handsome.
Got to start on strong. Strong. Yeah. We're also joined by my co-host, VaultBoySteve, VaultBoyShred. How are you, Steve?
Very saucy as always.
Saucy. You know, you always know what to say, don't you, Steve? You always know what to say. And we have a guest today in the form of Shah from 3 Point Gaming. How you doing, Shah?
I'm doing well. It's been a great day so far. I streamed earlier today. I showed off that I don't know a lot about games on some quizzes, and now I'm here talking to you guys.
That's perfect, because I'm going to quiz you a little bit later on, and so are these, so we can just continue this trend of making you look like an idiot.
Yeah.
I know, it's been bad.
Yeah, excellent. So the plan for today is we're going to talk, obviously nonsense for all of it, but after that, or in between little segments of actual content, obviously we're going to talk about what games we've been playing. Sorry, Adam, if you're watching this, but you know, we want to talk about what games we've been playing. In particular, I want to talk about what Steve's been playing, because it's really funny. And then we're going to talk about 3 Point Gaming. We're going to talk about why Shah's trophy hunting. We're going to get his trophy hunting breakdown, why he does this to himself. And then we're going to talk about 10 platinums you must have. So between the four of us, we're going to put our brains together, and we're going to come up with a list of 10 plats you should at least try to get. That sounds good, right, viewer? I'm sure it does. How does that sound to all of you?
I'd say
Exciting.
good as long as there's no grubbies. So just
It's exciting, but DMC5's off the table.
Yeah, I might have to skip the whole...
Wow, how many minutes has that been? It's been like 2 minutes.
Yeah, I know. To be fair, Joel didn't mention it. Steve threw it in there.
yeah.
Oh, true.
Now I have to say it. I platinum Devil May Cry 5.
Yeah,
2.5 minutes.
I was trying to pop the cherry earlier. Get out of the way, right?
Yeah. This is Shah's first podcast as well, which is awesome, right?
Yeah, I've never been on a podcast before.
How's it going so far? Rated out of 10.
10 out of 10.
Internally,
That's a little
internally
generous. I'm
say,
going to say 9 out of 10. You gotta
Rooting for
I changed my
improvement.
mind. 9 out of 10.
He's oh.
internally he's thinking, never again. Podcasts, never.
No.
again.
He's literally writing down right now. That's why we can't see his hands. Like, these guys are pricks. Block, ban, remove, never speak to again.
Sat there during the pre-chat filth. He's just getting flashbacks of Vietnam. He's like, yeah, never again.
We've been told for like 30 minutes already. We've already just said some horrific things. Steve has, obviously. Me and Joel would never say such a thing.
Never.
No, handsome.
I am known as the fallen angel.
Fallen from
That's
grace.
Cast Crimson, that.
All right. So actually, I have something to talk about first. So this is actually really important. So I was talking about mods yesterday, and we're talking about Steve, because how can you not have any conversation in human history without talking about VaultBoySteve? And then I was looking at Steve's leaderboards that he's got on his Discord. He's got some Discord leaderboards for trophies where, you know, every month or every week you reward, like, you know, people can earn as many trophies as they can that week, and they get like their name in a little.
It's a rolling leaderboard, so basically based around, like, yours is your new one. The trophy rarity is the main concern, but it rolls every week, and then every week we have a leaderboard of all top 4 people, platinum to bronze tiers.
So is yours trophy rarity, or is it? Because mine's the ratio.
I think mine might be rarity. I'm not sure. I think it is the ratio. I think it's based on the rarity. Yeah, the rarity,
Yeah,
and it's just because you can get there by getting grubs, as some people have been trying to do.
Yeah, so it's a rarity leaderboard essentially. So I was like, obviously talking about it, I was like, I might just throw one out. So I made one yesterday just because I was like, I was just bored. It was on my mind. I was like, I'm going to make one, but I decided to make mine on the true trophies ratio. So the true trophies ratio is basically the rarer the game, as in the least amount of people who've earned their platinum, you get more points. However, it's a ratio, so it's not just like, okay, you've platinumed Devil May Cry 5 and Super Meat Boy, you're going to be top, because it also takes into consideration every single game you've platinumed, and it gives you a ratio score. So like, the games that are terrible get less than 1. So if you have like Super Meat Boy, which is a 5, but you have like 10 grubbies, which are like a 1, your ratio will be like 3.5. So I made it anyway, and this is the point. So I made it, and I put it on, and after like 50 people joined in like the first hour or so, and I was bottom.
Oh,
I was bottom of my own leaderboard.
you got a filthy past.
And I was like, oh god, I really hope someone joins just to get me off the bottom.
Past. It will always chase you.
Skeletons
where
in the
you go.
closet.
It can't be redeemed. It cannot. So someone just played just a Super Meat Boy on one account to be top for life. But I think I'm going to put like a rule in like minimum 20 games or something. So yeah, PlatinumBro sucks at gaming. Good
Did
times.
suck.
It's not
Did
really-
suck.
Did
Not really.
suck.
It's
Did
not really
suck.
a
Change your
surprise.
ways, yeah.
Yeah, it's not new information, is it really?
Oh.
No.
You've turned over a new leaf.
Yeah. So, anyways, on terms of me sucking at games, what have you all been playing? Shah, we'll start with you as a guest. Have you been playing anything juicy as of late?
I've been playing Cyberpunk. People love to ask that question, by the way, so I've been answering like 10 times a day. I'm playing Cyberpunk. Finished my first playthrough, but then I bought Gotham Knights yesterday.
Oh
So
no!
I started playing that. It's all right. I mean, I try to be optimistic about things, but it's not the best, but it's enjoyable. But Cyberpunk's fun. That game is fun. That's a good game.
Are you
But
going
those are the two
to
games.
Platinum Gotham Knight?
Yes,
Oh.
might as well. It's not hard, so I might as well.
Okay, so how long will it take? Like 20 hours? 30, 40?
I've read that it's 20 hours.
Oh.
And that was from someone who didn't know what they were doing. It was they got it early, so I think they're making a guide. There's no guide out yet, at least as far as I know. But I'm gonna play that and Cyberpunk at the same time. And I've been playing Trials. I've been streaming that only though. I don't play that on my off time, and that is a hard game. I need breaks from that game. I mean, it's difficult, man.
Yeah, it is.
Is Cyberpunk improved? I mean, I know it has improved, but would you recommend it now?
Yes, Cyberpunk's awesome. It's explosions at all times. The music's awesome. The graphics on PS5, it's amazing. I actually really like it.
They're
Story's
actually
a little
updating it
confusing.
soon as well. They're bringing a police update to make the police more dynamic and useful.
Oh.
It's,
Oh, okay.
it's The Witcher.
I haven't
3
pissed
all
off a lot of police yet.
over.
Been
Was that
good.
cool?
I'd say it's The Witcher 3 all over again, because when The Witcher 3 came out, it was like pretty broken. You know, you'd load into the game and Roach would be like on top of a tree or something, or just like hovering over a cliff. And yeah, they've turned it around. Still doesn't
They
excuse
didn't learn their
what they did.
lesson.
Still doesn't excuse what they did, but
No. I suppose they had so much more limelight when Cyberpunk came out compared to Witcher 3. They had no expectations for Witcher 3. They were a tiny little Polish company and no one cared about it, and they made this absolute banger of a game, whereas now they're just one of the biggest gaming companies in the world, and then they made a game that was like obviously underwhelming at launch.
yeah.
I've seen it on the Xbox One Series X. It looks really good. It's still like barren, but they have massively improved it. I probably will play it eventually. Give it a go.
I'll definitely play it at some
I didn't
point.
think it was barren. I mean,
It's
in
not.
the city, it's not barren. No.
I just want to customize characters. I want to customize the appendage.
I spent about half an hour doing that in my
Yeah.
trial.
It's
Just-
very like deep.
That's what you
I
want.
like it deep.
Yeah, that's what you need.
Yeah.
You need very detailed appendage
Yeah.
customization.
That you'll probably never see throughout the game.
Oh, you never
Yeah.
see it, but it's worth it all the time you put into it. Trust
But
me.
you know deep down.
Yeah.
You know what you're packing.
You know you got a big robo dong, and that's
Oh,
all
yeah.
that matters.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Mr. Fruski?
I have been playing. I'm actually playing FIFA. FIFA's on the other screen right now.
The professionalism.
Must do Ultimate Team.
So if my camera like switches off, it's probably because I just thought I'd rather play FIFA.
If Jules
I played-
punch-
I was-
go on.
No.
I was gonna say if the screen just goes out, you just see Jules' fist or something gets like destroyed in his background, it's because he's lost online.
I played career mode to control myself.
Ah, well done.
Still lose though. And Injustice 2, which I finally platinumed.
All that.
4 months
GG, man. Cat call will
Oh,
have no more.
of.
That's
Fighting games are hard.
well done.
That's the thing. It wasn't hard because you can get the AI to do the job for you.
Oh, he
It's
fights,
just-
doesn't he?
It's just RNG, man. It's just RNG left, right, and center. I think RNG is now on par with glitch trophies.
Worse.
I mean,
intentional.
I had my experience with a glitch trophy for a month now. I don't know if I agree with that.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
I don't know if I agree.
It's if RNG is it's just actually it is on the same level because like when you pop a trophy, you don't know if it's going to be glitched or not. So it's that. Is it going to pop? You know that those like 3-4 seconds when like a trophy doesn't quite pop when you reach the requirements and you have like that mini heart attack. It's the same with RNG.
Days, right?
See,
I would say like newer games you don't really have to wait. I think at least from my experience, they pop pretty quick. It's always an older game that it's like a delayed pop.
Yeah,
That's when it's nerve-wracking.
looking at you, PS3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna-
pretty much.
I'm going to counter this, Joel. I'm going to say I think glitch trophies are worse. Because you know what, right? If you finish, this is off me, just me playing Scott Pilgrim. If you finish like a 10-hour game,
Do it.
okay, and like the platinum doesn't pop, the trophy doesn't pop because of glitch, right? You know you've got to do that 10 hours again, right? If you have an RNG trophy, right, you have hope. which can be a good thing and a bad thing. You're like, this random trophy could pop today or in 20 hours. You don't quite know.
Yeah, but let's look. we were looking at like how many hours I've spent on a game, and I think Dragon Ball Xenoverse was either no, it wasn't the most one. FIFA 17 was. It was either the second or third game I spent the most time with, and it was something like 500 hours, and that was just from RNG alone, just repeating quests over and over again to get all the super attacks.
Yeah,
500 hours.
I mean, that's horrific. To be fair, I mean they both suck. There's no debate there. Char, haven't you had a recent trouble with some glitch trophy?
Yep. So NBA 2K23. I was trying to be the first platinum,
and you would have been as well.
I would have been by like 5 days, actually. A long time. A long time. I just thought, like, when the game came out, so a lot of games now, they have like a season pass, battle pass. Think of like Overwatch 2, the battle pass thing. So 2K has that too. And the challenges expire. So I did every challenge as it came out because I knew it would expire. And then you have to also play nearly 100 online games. I'm pretty good at 2K, but it's still stressful for like half an hour because everything came down to the wire. So I did all the 100 online games, did all the XP. The XP trophy for completing the pass is what was glitched. And It was glitched for a month. And they fixed it a few days ago, but it was 5 a.m. my time. So 2 people got it, 1 person in Australia, 1 person in the UK, which is evening and afternoon for them. And for me, it was 5 a.m. and I didn't get it. I got third. But I put in the video, you can check PSN profiles. I had everything done September 21st. It says 22nd. I don't know what time zone PSN profiles runs at. But September 21st, my time. I had everything done 5 days before everybody else. I would have been first.
I mean, third to a platinum is still a big achievement, to be fair.
Oh, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah. I honestly just wanted the video out. I had all my footage recorded a month early, and I need another hard drive. So I don't have the most space. I was just keeping the footage and just waiting.
That's
to upload it.
Yeah, I can't imagine anything worse than spend all the time and then also you can't then make a video about it as well.
I was just waiting, yeah.
That's devastating. Now, Steve. How's what games are you playing, matey?
It's an easy game. I mean, some call it a grub, but you've probably heard of it. Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus.
I have got it. It's right there.
I can see it.
Never heard of it.
I'm in the semi right now, just staring at it.
I played it, I finished it in about 10 hours, and I was like, it's not even worth going on my account. So I just deleted the whole account that it was on.
Yeah,
to be honest.
after the plat, of course.
Yeah,
After the plat,
yeah. I played it twice. I did it on 2 different accounts, and then just burned the whole console because I thought I was just so ashamed of having it.
It's not worthy.
You probably sped run it too, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You ran it
10 out of plat, fastest in the world. It's not worthy.
No, I only use one hand as well, so no big deal. How are you finding it anyway, Steve?
I'm finding it one of the most enjoyable games I've played in recent memory.
Wow.
That was the turn. I thought you were gonna go on to rage mode.
I was not expecting that at all.
I have not raged once, I'm a saint. The last game before this I remember enjoying as much as Hades. That video was that's lies and slander. It's AI simulation, that wasn't me.
Yeah. There's a video going around about Steve losing his shit. And it'd be a shame if it was played right now.
No.
Fucking no. Oh my god.
In his Calvin Klein.
Calvin Klein's. I actually was in my Calvin Klein's that day, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've streamed every time my Calvin Klein's. It's my superpower.
Is it like when you see like certain athletes, they have to have like something like a ritual that they need to do? Is this your ritual? Like you have to have Calvin Klein underwear before you jump into
exactly. It's the mystery. People don't know what's happening down there.
Steve,
I know what's happening.
Oh yeah.
I know what's going on.
Steve, for the non-initiated, do you fancy giving our viewers who don't know what Wolfenstein is a little bit of background about what the trophy you're going for and why it's so hard?
The specific trophy is Mein Leben, which I'm sure we've all heard from, which from German translates to my life. So if you're going to stick with German, ficken Mein Leben, if you're going to be going down that path. But it's more than worth it. It's set on that game's hardest difficulty, which in the other ones was Uber. In this, it's I Am Death Incarnate, which is the hardest mode for the most masochistic of us when it comes to just normal games in general. However, Mein Leben is permadeath. One death, you're back to the start. Rinse and repeat over and over again.
Don't you have like a 20-minute clip at the start as well that you can't skip.
You do. You have a 8-minute cutscene at the start that you cannot skip, which is
That's even worse.
torturous. You've got a wheelchair segment, which if you go it down, it's 5 minutes. But yeah, that's it till you get into the game proper through the intro, wheelchair section, another 5-minute cutscene. It's about 15-20 minutes, which is painful.
Wow.
And how long is the game?
Depends on what your playstyle is. I'm quite Ramboistic when it comes to it, and I'm rushing through the game. And my projected time, based on my attempts, is about 3.5 hours using no skips, while some people it might take 4, 5, 6 hours. Depends how slow you go through the game.
Yeah, I was gonna add, like, keep in mind he's doing it without skips, because usually when people go for Mein Leben, they use skips, which like cuts down. From what I've heard, I've not done it, but cuts down like quite a few tricky areas and like skip a few areas. But Steve thought, no,
You need to keep those difficult areas for a video.
Yeah, exactly. See, Shan knows exactly what we're
You
talking
have to.
about. It stands out from the crowd, right?
And you
Yeah.
stream it too, so people will know if you skip.
Exactly. I mean, I was doing it at first with the skips in there because I was like, right, everyone does it. I've been convinced this is normal. But I got a bit of PTSD because on one stream, the second section F skip, I got stuck. I think Lewis was actually there
I
for
was
that.
there, yeah.
And I could not get out of it. And that infuriated me beyond all measure. So I was like, right, I'm going to do this without. I'm going to practice these areas. I'm going to go back to them. The first section F is one fight you're skipping. It's about 2 minutes. And it's not really worth the risk because if you get used to it, it's fine. But it is the most risky to fight through. Second section F, you're skipping an entire level. But it's 8 minutes if you know what you're doing. There's very limited danger there. The last one is the longest nuclear bunker skip, which is again another full level, but it's about 10 minutes for me roughly. So you're skipping about half an hour of the game if you use the skips, but it's honestly not worth the risk. There's a Venus skip later on. I've never tried it. That's super risky, and at the end of the game, you can apparently die quite easily. So again, why risk it? And there's a bus depot skip, which is a mini skip, and that's what got me killed on another stream, which is like 75% into the game. And I just thought I'd just jump on the bus and jump over. Like an idiot, got me killed.
is that the furthest you've gotten?
Skip 1 minute.
Yeah, I've got all the way to New Orleans twice now, and the second time I died there, I was doing it legit, but I made a mistake on stream because I hadn't practiced it enough. Rather than going where I should have gone, I stood my ground after getting spotted in the hallway, and I got flanked by like 20 Nazis, so it was like, yeah, GG.
You can't save it, can you, either? You can't like quit and come back later. So it's a permadeath hardest difficulty 1 run.
Yeah, if it crashes on you, you're done. If you put in rest mode and your PS5 decides, oh, update time, this is fine, right? Yeah, you've lost it.
And I use rest mode a lot too, so
Oh, yeah.
that would happen to me.
I joined the stream and literally it was like the weirdest thing of my life because I was expecting to watch Wolfenstein and I was just seeing Steve sat there, obviously, which is obviously weird anyway, but then he was just like, the character was like swimming through the walls and I was like, this is, I didn't realize he was glitching it because I've never seen the exploit before and I was like, this is the weirdest swimming section I've ever seen in a game. And then I realized actually I was doing the exploit and I was like, that makes so much more sense. Then he couldn't do it and he had to restart.
That's why they're not worth it, because on all of them, how much you practice it, something can go wrong, or you could just fall by accident on like the nuclear skip, which is rare, but it'll probably happen on stream. I mean, look at me, I fell with a helicarrier in the Empire State Building, and that was not a glitch, and I fell to my death. So why risk it?
A mistimed jump to lose all those hours.
Exactly. That was only about an hour and 10, to be fair.
Now imagine that trophy glitches. That's worse than RNG.
You know what? People have done worse. People have either just glitched through like a floor at the end of the game and died, or even worse, people have put it on Death Incarnate by accident, gone through the full game, done all the requirements, no trophy, because it was not on Mein Leben, even though they've done it. Or there's one QT at the end of the game you got to do after you've done everything. You just got to run over to a character and just melee him to end the game, and they do shoot you, and you can actually be too slow on that, so you could get killed by a QT after everything.
Wow. Sounds fun. Great choice in game, Steve.
It's worth the challenge. I'm going to do the German stack as well. I'm locked in. I can't describe how much I enjoy it. I just really enjoy the game.
Cool.
I mean, I did buy the game after watching Steve stream. I was like, maybe someday it was like £6-7. I was like, I'll just buy it anyway. See how you get on, Steve. If you can do it in 25 hours, I might consider it.
25 hours? I think I've got like 80-hour playtime on it. But that is with idle.
I might not actually. After hearing that, I might just leave it there forever.
Honestly, if you know the tips, because I got coached by a few people on what to do here and there, and I will take that with a grain of salt because it might not fit your playstyle. So always like take all the tips and strategies from different areas, experiment yourself in Death Incarnate with saves, and you'll figure out what you can do and what you prefer in these areas, and you'll get through it.
My playstyle's like trying not to be shit best I can. So how's that one work?
It'll work quite well, adapt, survive,
It'll be
as
fun.
Wolfenstein says, the old and the weak are doomed.
Oh, it's
I
really,
love that tagline.
it's fun.
Now, you've been doing Call of Duty Modern Warfare
Mm.
Remastered on Veteran.
I can't.
Honestly,
You can't really say he's been doing it. I mean, he's been there.
he's been slugging through it. He's been working through it.
It's been
You
a
know.
battle. It's actually like, it's you know what? Like, to be fair, I completely understand what you're saying, Steve, because I've been playing COD 4 and Veteran, and I have been loving it. I think it's such a great game. I haven't played any games, Call of Duty games, since like maybe Infinite Warfare or Black Ops 2 or something. And I thought I'd played COD 4, and I think I'd played sections of it. But I think I just did the online because it was like, 14-year-old game?
Yeah, it was iconic, the online for that.
So a lot of it I knew, and a lot of it I didn't know. And it is really, really good. And it, like, dying a lot, it does teach you, and it's like, you just learn the levels so well.
Exactly.
But I'm stuck on the Mile High Club right now, so...
You'll get it. Told you, mate, shotgun. That is my recommendation.
Well, I've just watched some speedruns on it, and the guy who ran it didn't even change. He used his starting weapons. And I was like, oh shit, that's actually like different to
you
whatever.
never know what you're going to use, though, mate.
I know.
What goes to your playstyle. That made all the difference for me. It was instant.
Well, I've been finding that I'm not going fast enough. Like, you only get like 60 seconds or 40 seconds to do it, and I'm only getting
60,
like,
I think.
Yeah, and getting on the second floor with like 20 seconds left, or sometimes like 14 to 18, it's just not enough. So like, to make us rush that section, when you need like, really, you need to get the last door with 4 seconds left at least.
Yeah.
So you really only got to do the whole level in 55 seconds. So I need to speed up. But
You can do it, though.
I did like 10 tests today. I wasn't going to do the if I'd finished it, I was actually going to be like, not do it and do it on stream, but didn't get that far anyway, obviously.
You will.
But it's a good game, and I totally get it, and I want to play more Call of Duties now. I'm probably not going to... I don't know if I'll do Modern Warfare 2, because apparently the obstacle course is even harder than the first one. So I might actually just go in for the new Modern Warfare after that. But yeah, bangers. Highly recommend.
My point was though, Lewis. Go on, Shah.
No, I said that one's easier. That Modern Warfare 2019 is easier.
Mhm.
A lot easier, apparently, actually.
Yeah, really easy.
Yeah, Lewis, my point was, with Mine Laban and stuff, you've been playing Call of Duty, so you've been, like I said, dying a lot, which is typical. If Call of Duty Modern Warfare had a permadeath, it'd be way harder than Mine Laban. Seriously. Because you just get killed in like 1 or 2 bullets.
Oh, yeah. I think, it might be even be impossible, because there's times where, like, because there's so much going on. The levels are, for being so old, the levels are quite open, and I can't imagine what the new ones are like. You just get flanked, and I think it's the fact that you can only kill so many enemies in a round, like in a clip of ammo. So it's like you kill 3 of them, there's 4 of them, you're dead. Turn a corner, you're dead. Literally 2 shots, and they're shooting you with automatic weapons. So basically, if they hit you, you're dead.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So you won't have that same experience with Wolfenstein. Trust me. You'll, like you said, it comes down to mastering areas and just learning what not to do. Learn from every death, and you will be like, right, yeah, it's hard, but it's doable. It's almost like a big puzzle piece.
I think Call of Duty they toned down some of the extreme levels a little bit. Because I remember World at War, the enemies literally would not stop spawning. Like they don't stop spawning, so it's unlimited. So you would have to like progress. You have to like flashbang them or something and then move forward.
Yeah,
it was crazy. It was broken back then.
What about all the frag spam as well? And that?
Oh, it was awful. Yeah, the frags. They just don't stop spawning, literally, and then they throw frags over and over. Like you have to just push forward.
There's a few sections in COD 4 where there's infinity.
Oh, is there?
Infinite spawn, but there's not that many. There's only probably 3 or 4 in the whole game. And it's brutal. Because it seems pointless. And I've actually just clipped a bit from a video I'm going to do on it, and I got hit with 6 grenades, and they all come on screen, and you see all the else just like...
Well, 5 of them just like your missed throws.
They're all mine. I was just throwing them, they're just bouncing off the window. I was like, why is this not working?
Yeah, pro tip, don't use grenades in Wolfenstein. Do not.
Why?
Well, if, let's just say, things can go wrong.
I've seen you use a few.
I frag myself even when I'm not fighting enemies, just random frag. Oh shit, on the floor, bang. Like, yeah. Just don't risk it.
No, solid advice. Right, we'll move on to we'll move on from what games we've been playing. We know we've done all right. I'm sure Adam, if he's watching, will be proud that it hasn't lingered on for too long. We'll talk about 3 Point Gaming. So Shah, you started a YouTube channel like 3-4 months ago now?
Well, about 3 months ago.
Yeah, it's really taken off.
This one.
You've done some excellent videos and stuff. So well done. What made you join this wild trophy hunting tubing life that we're all in?
So I've been streaming and playing other games on a different channel and on Twitch actually for about 2 years now. And it has its ups and downs, but I've always wanted to play other games. And on Twitch, when I was streaming, they didn't do too well. And I'm partnered on Twitch, so if I was playing the game that everyone wanted me to play, it'd do well. And then other games that I wanted to play wouldn't do so well. And then I discovered a couple videos in Platinum Trophy niche, a couple of different people actually, and I just thought to myself, man, there's potential here. Like I can play other games, complete them. I also like editing videos too. I have a lot of fun editing them, and you can't do that in the game that I was playing before because people just didn't care about it. So I thought I can edit games, I can play whatever I want. There's an audience for it, so I just decided to start uploading on this channel. This channel is like a year old, I think, or a year and a half. I was uploading Pokemon videos before this. Sometimes people ask why the channel was made a year ago and I'm uploading now. The videos are up. Well, they're not up. They're privated, but that's why. So I saw that there's an audience. I can edit and I can play whatever I want, and that's it. That's why I've been doing it.
So, are you new to trophy hunting then, or did you do it before?
So trophy hunting specifically, I guess I would say new. I like completing games, but I didn't care what platform it was. So if it was on PC, if it was on Game Boy, if it was on, usually it's a JRPG game. So whatever platform it was on, if it was on DS, I liked doing everything in the game.
Okay.
Which is why my first platinum was Kingdom Hearts.
Oh, was it? Excellent. That's going to be one of my next questions. Joel approves.
I wanted to do everything in it. So that one I actually played on PlayStation. So that's my first platinum.
How are you finding earning trophies now then? How do you think the whole experience is?
I think it's a lot of fun. So it's like instant gratification. It's like a dopamine boost. You see it pop, the sound. They do great with the sound of the trophy popping. I think it's a lot of fun. When it's not glitched, I think it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Awful when it's glitched.
Do you ever feel tempted with all the let's call them Lewis Platinums?
Actually, no.
Good, man.
Because so first and foremost, I want to enjoy the game. People ask me also, like, how do I play a hard game and then like still enjoy it? I'm like, I mean, it's a game. First of all, I can turn it off. Like, I'm not chained to the desk. Like, I can turn it off if I want to take a break.
Teach me how to turn it off.
What's that like?
Have fun. Like, just enjoy it. And also, and like the third thing is if it's too difficult, it's because like it's on me. It's my fault. I'm not good enough. I think I'm a little competitive too. Like I want to get better at the game. You know, like that it's fun getting better. So that's why I don't really get mad at the game. So I think going for trophies is a lot of fun.
Well, as a really experienced gamer who plays loads of really hard games, I do think that most people can finish most games. I think if they just apply themselves. There's some obviously games that are very skill dependent, but like games that like only class like a 7 out of 10. I think most people who push themselves can do that, definitely. Plus the guys aren't always right. Like Bloodborne's an 8. I don't know whether or not you stand on that. There's a few like Ghost Runner's a 6 and Call of Duty's a 5. Call of Duty I think is harder than Bloodborne and Ghost Runner. Ghost Runner's not really a 6 out of 10. I would have said it's like closer to a 4, maybe a 5. But then Bloodborne's probably an 8. I would have said, but I would say Call of Duty is as hard as Bloodborne at least. Don't know what any of you have done the Mile High Club and stuff, but that's incredibly skill dependent. Like it's so skill dependent. Whereas Bloodborne's very much like, I don't know, it's like you learn to face one enemy, and there's only so many variables that can put to you, and then you move on to the next one. You learn that one. Whereas Call of Duty is like learn the map, learn where the enemies spawn. They all move very very randomly compared to like other games, and then it's like actually then try to kill them all and move. It is difficult.
Comes down to reflexes as well, more than just pure skill. You need to build those reflexes up.
Yeah, because Bloodborne's a very slow game, right? Like it's yeah, mistiming the parries and stuff is a killer, and I suffer from that massively. But Call of Duty is very much like
you got iframes in Bloodborne as well.
Beautiful iframes.
If you time it right, you could literally go into an attack and it will miss.
Yeah,
like even you can see your character go through the weapon because you got those iframes. So in that aspect, I think Bloodborne is probably easier to learn than a game like Call of Duty.
Call of Duty has opposite iframes. They'll shoot next to you and you'll die. They'll all just throw 9 grenades at you and you're just stood like, right, well, I'm fucked now. Goodbye.
This is my life.
Yeah, it was real. The only thing, the good thing now about Call of Duty is just that it's a load times. Like I kind of forgotten what they're like on PS3, but I think if I was waiting 25, 30 seconds for every life, it would definitely make me enjoy the game way less.
I have a question. I just thought of this right now for all three of you, actually. So I'm taking over for a second. But what's the hardest? what would you guys think is the hardest type of trophy? Would it be like a difficulty trophy, a speed run, or in my personal opinion, which is the hardest, is a multiplayer trophy?
Oh,
Like competitive multiplayer, not cooperative multiplayer.
I'd say multiplayer.
I'd say multiplayer too.
Just because it's not only on you, but it's on other people as well.
But I would say competitive, like a 1v1 type of trophy where you have to win in a row. Not cooperative. Those are easy.
Like,
yeah,
Elder Scrolls Online, where you have to become like the High King or the Emperor or something of the whole
I didn't even
online,
think of that.
and only one person can do it.
it can be boosted though.
Yeah.
No, you can't boost it.
If you recruit the king or Emperor
It can
and
be
ask them.
semi-boosted. It just requires like a team effort rather than anything else. But it's,
I thought it was only like number 1 or something.
You got people you pay now to pop your platinums. I'm sure you can pay those same people to be like, look, man, just join my server, make me the king, and just worship me for the next like month.
best way I can describe it, Shah, is you can essentially put a group together and all the group will be trying to get one person emperor and protecting them and helping them get it on that one server, on that one current shard, whatever it is. And that's how you do it. And you have to do it for everyone else. And even then, you aren't guaranteed it.
If I was the Emperor, I would have too much integrity for that. I'd be too busy
yeah.
ruling my realm to let people take on my throne. Do Emperors have thrones?
Game of Thrones.
I have no idea.
I don't know.
I don't know. You lost me at if it was me.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, fair. I do think multiplayer it can be really hard. I mean, obviously, I think permadeath on a hard game is quite the challenge. I think it depends because, right, like if the multiplayer game's only like 15 minutes to beat one person to get a trophy compared to like a game that's like, for example, Mein Leben, which is like a 4.5 to 5 hour permadeath mode, I'd probably say that to me Wolfenstein sounds harder, but it depends on the levels of the multiplayer. Do you have to like win 200 games to get to the top game to then win that match? And if you lose, you got to go start again. And that sounds horrendous, to be fair. Don't ever make that game if any developers are watching. Never.
Sounds like Fall Guys. Infallible.
Fall Guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
there you go.
insane.
That's a multiplayer trophy. So that's what I meant. Like, it doesn't always. It's not. If it's multiplayer, it's not only on you. You could be like really good at a game, but if you go against someone who's better than you, what are you gonna do?
Get better.
Whilst against the CPU, they almost always have like a pattern. You can always learn.
Well, I think Fall Guys is a really good point. That's probably one of the hardest trophies I've ever made. I know there's been chances to exploit it. I don't know if you can do it now or not, but when it was out and it was at its like, main, when it was just the way it was originally, where you had to like literally win 5 games online against, was it 100 people per game?
100 people per game at the start, and it whittles down to 1 at the end.
What do you think's harder,
6 or
Steve?
7 games.
Wolfenstein 2, the Mein Leben, or if you had to do Fall Guys naturally?
Leben's harder. Fall Guys, even today, we said it many times before, there's game events that come around. Sometimes it makes it easier to get infallible.
No game
even
events.
Now.
Okay, no game events.
No game events. Pure.
Just the original game, 100. That's it.
I'd say based on how the game used to work before I even played it, I'd still say Wolfenstein's harder. Because these days there's team modes, they're the penultimate rounds, which can mess you up. I don't think they were there originally, in the original Fall Guys, so it was all on you.
There were team games. When the game first came out, they're awful. I hated them.
So the last 2 rounds were still like random team modes. Like
it would be like a soccer game. It would be a football game. It would be.
Good
I think multiplayer has the capacity to be harder. I think you can easily make a multiplayer game harder. Because imagine if Fall Guys was the same but 200, and I think there's more of a limit on games against the computer. Against the AI.
Not only that, you're fighting against the servers as well. Because you never know when the servers are going to close. You're always on edge.
That is true.
I don't think they'll close, but their servers are bad.
Oh yeah.
Very
Saskia had to rush her platinum to get on that, and she had to play on Asian servers. So like 600 ping.
Wow.
So yeah.
It's like
brutal.
just moving like that.
Yeah, pretty much.
You weren't even moving. You're just like going on instinct.
Yeah, ultra instinct. You're just teleporting across the map, just hoping for the best.
It's also really glitched. Fall Guys, like notorious, extremely glitched.
No, I had to email support several times to get a few trophies popped. That was glitched on me. So yeah.
Oh, did it infallible glitch on you, Steve? God.
It did. Yeah. It really glitched. That was my first trophy, and I still stand by it.
Shah, you've got the platinum, haven't you?
For Fall Guys, yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't glitch on me. It worked fine.
Did you actually get the infallible legitimately?
Yeah, but it was an easier mode. But I did do it legitimately, but it was just an easier. It was a mode where there was like 10 winners every time you played, so I was one of the 10 5 times in a row. So
damn, that's still
it counts.
It counts. That counts. Big style.
And it was still hard, by the way. It was still difficult because the mode that I did it on, it was so it reminded me of like speed run. You had a few seconds. You had like 30 seconds to get to the end every time. And I like speed run trophy. That's when I realized I like speed run. But so if you messed up like one jump, you lost. Like of the 5, you have to win 5 in a row 5 times, so 25 times. You messed up once.
I like speedrunning as well, but not with games.
No,
it's just like making sure I finish before the video ends.
That's good. So it saves energy, Joel.
Yeah,
saves electricity, which is what you need in these trying times of ours.
Yeah. On that tangent,
just put it in there, and I'm sure we all appreciate it. I mean, I do massively.
You're a filthy man.
I'm just looking at my questions.
I regret nothing.
No, never. And I have a clip of you saying that, which I plan on using a lot on all my videos.
I'll be using on some of mine as well. I'll say that clip.
Shah, what would you say at the moment is the platinum you are most proud of?
Most proud of? I would say 2 of them. One would be Crash 4, and the other one would be Dragon Quest 11. And it's not even that hard. It's just a very long game. I just love that game.
Good choice.
I played it twice. It's like 100 hours. I played it twice.
Have you got that platinum, Steve?
No, I've not.
Oh, you need to. You need to
play the series. Yeah,
Dragon Quest Gang.
I know. I've got the game. It's like Dragon Ball art style, right? It looks so good.
Yeah, it's the same artist.
Yeah.
You, Joel and Lewis, you've told me about the PTSD before. Like, listen to the same music over and over again.
Oh,
that was in your brain.
It's worth it though. I still hear it now.
To be fair, it was only the last 10 hours for me where I was like, the music was making me want to claw my brain out, claw my eyes out. I was just like, please stop.
It just pulls like it just pulls the rug from underneath your feet so many times, because I think there's about 3 times that I thought, all right, this is the end of the game. Then it's like, no, there's more. And then it does it again. I'm like, right, this has to be the end of the game. No, there's more.
Yeah,
there's just always more.
It was crazy this one plot twist. I thought it was insane. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And the 2 of you know what I'm talking about. Yeah. I was like, what?
It's madness, but it's so good. It's such a good game. Such a good game.
I would rate it almost perfect. Like 9 out of 10, 9.5. There's some casino stuff, literal gambling that was ridiculous. I think.
Yeah.
Literally gambling, and I was like, what? And it makes you even more mad when you think about how gambling works with computers. It's not actual randomness. It's programmed, and it was just getting me mad.
A preset seed. That's what it is.
I do wish. Well, I don't know if that's a strong word, but I would like to play the Dragon Quest 11S, which has like the old school over the top as well.
Yeah.
I haven't played that one, but I think it would actually improve the gameplay so much more, because you have that option to change, because it's a 100-hour game, and you could change it for like 15, 20 hours and just experience it in the old school way. I think it's such a good addition that they've added.
I think that's the one I've got, you know.
Oh.
Do you know the sprint mechanic in Dragon Quest 11? It's only available in the Western version.
Oh, what?
Really?
In Japan, there's no sprint button. They purposely put it in the Western version because they said people in the West don't like taking their time. They like rushing through their game, so they put the sprint mechanic in it.
I'd say they're accurate.
I didn't use it a lot, but it's useful.
I use it non-stop. Always will.
I mean, thinking about that, I use it quite a lot. I'm thinking like I'm comparing it now to like Final Fantasy X, where there is no sprint button, and like the main characters just stroll so slowly.
Oh no!
And it's like, if there was a sprint button, it would have been so much easier, so much faster, so much more fun.
All the time I could have saved.
Yeah.
That
was my experience when I went back and played Pokemon Let's Go Eevee on the Switch. Like, I hadn't played a Pokemon game in a long time, and I was like, this game is so slow. Like, you know, when you wait for the encounters, it's like, encounter, dun.
Yeah. You know,
Dave wants to fight. Fight.
You know, you can skip that, right?
Can't skip the fight move. Yeah, but then if you do that, then you're missing the experience, though, right? So if you take all this stuff out, you're not even playing the game anymore, because you can take the animations out, can't you? But it's like, but then you're like just not the same.
You're like, I hate this, but I'm gonna carry on watching it.
I think I gave up in the end. I think I lost my save corrupt. I lost like 2 hours, and I was like, no.
Oh.
I was about like the 5th gym, and I think I was up to the 8th, and I was like, I never played it ever again. I was like, nah.
Yeah, no.
All right, okay. So we'll move on to our question section for Shah. So apparently, the pair of you didn't follow my instructions to make some speed round questions, and you just decided to make some questions for Shah. So I'll let you fire away, and I'll just sit
Peanuts
quite
deep.
contently.
Mine's a kind of speedrun type
Oh,
thing.
Joel, you followed the briefing correctly. Well done.
You're making me look bad.
Not really. I didn't read it. I just wanted to do a speedrun question.
Oh, fair.
So who's first?
Well,
I'd say
Joel,
Steve. I'd say Steve should go first.
well, Steve, fire your questions away then.
Right then. Mole mine can be perceived as deep or fast, whichever you prefer, or both. Best of both worlds. Yeah. First one would be, what makes you chase hard platinums?
Trying to get better. It's just a lot of fun getting better at a game and then hearing the trophy pop. And you can make a video out of it. So 2 things I would say. But just getting better at something feels good. That would be my answer. Feels good
Improving
getting
your
better.
skills, perfecting the game, nothing better.
Yeah,
I respect it. Go on, Joel.
Oh, we're doing one at a time.
Oh yeah, we'll swap.
Oh, okay.
Mingle.
Which superpower / anime ability would you have if you had the choice?
This is so different.
I'd be the Flash. Just run super fast. But I don't want to be called the Flash or wear tights or anything like that. I just want to be able to run super fast.
Tights are the best part, but
You
whatever.
could be Quicksilver.
So yeah.
Yeah.
I would, like, go back in time, all of that. Everything that comes with the Flash, but just don't call me the Flash.
Or Hermes.
Do you know in the new Flash by CW, at one point they decide to fight the villains, and when they do it, obviously they decide to do this, they then decide to create, I don't know how he does it, I think he runs so fast that he just creates an electric spear, and it's just a bit of energy, and it's like a lightsaber, and then him and his friends just run around and just hit the enemies with this electric thing. Is that the power you'd want as well?
Everything that comes with it. Everything.
Clearly the best part of being Flash is being
I'll learn as I go and fight crime. But just don't call me the Flash.
Fair. Steve?
Morbius or Matt Smith?
Oh. Have you seen Morbius?
Not the whole thing. It wasn't that good. But I've seen like half of it.
That's enough.
That question was
Morbius. I'll go with
probably
Morbius. It's just the memes that came out of it.
It was meme-tastic. It was mob-tastic, that's for certain.
fantastic. Chedicacious. Let's lose his questions.
Oh no, I'll save mine for the end. I'll speedrun mine.
Oh, okay. I'll change mine to sort of follow a bit of the rules. If there was a platinum that you could choose to have a speed run, which one would it be?
Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Ooh,
That's a good choice.
I like that.
Yeah.
Or Kingdom Hearts 2, actually.
What would your
That
time be on both those games?
That's what I was about to ask.
Oh, I don't know. I mean,
What?
it's not my job to figure out the time.
What would
Yeah,
your
I'm just
preferred
gonna
time
say-
would be?
I was about to
I don't know
ask
how long the game is.
how long would you give Kingdom Hearts 2? It'd have to be at least 80 hours.
No. Speedrun it? So are you thinking 100% speedrun or just like
Yeah,
get to-
platinum speedrun.
Bloody hell.
Oh, I think you meant a speedrun trophy. Oh, if I had to speedrun a game.
Which
Jack and
trophy?
Daxter.
Okay, that's a good one. Which trophy, though, in Kingdom Hearts 2 would you choose as a speedrun one, though?
So I misunderstood the question. I thought you meant like incorporate, like which game would I add a speedrun trophy to?
Oh, like to finish the story?
Yeah, like an additional trophy. Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
Oh, Kingdom Hearts 2 is pretty long.
That one's a long game. Yeah, Final Fantasy VII Remake is shorter, which you can add a speedrun trophy to that. The devs should do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah, it would be fun, actually. I'd say like 10 hours.
Well, they broke it down into chapters, so they can make it real nice and just speedrun each chapter at a time, save it, replay the chapter. It's perfect for that, actually.
Skyrim should have a speedrun.
Skyrim should not have a speedrun.
But you know what? The thing about Skyrim is, like, the world's ending, right? The Dragonborn. You have to go save the world. You're like walking around, people are like, oh, can you go get my golden claw from this cave? And you're like, no problem. The world can wait for you. You, whatever you are, Mr. Blacksmith, I'll go get your claw for you. And the dragons that are killing everybody, it's not for today. Whereas like a speed run would be like, actually, you're actually Dragonborn and you're going to go save the world first, and then you can kind of like piss about and do anything after. So I think it actually would suit the game.
That reminds me of Zelda. You can go like take photographs of the world while like Ganon's.
Everyone
That's
like,
just,
yeah.
that's
And
just
you
a
get the
standard
red
with
moon
like.
out of nowhere. Oh, it's ending again.
Isn't that just a standard for like open world games?
Yeah,
Yeah.
The Witcher, like, I'm looking for Ciri. I need to find her because she's lost. But you do like 50,000 like quests in the meantime and
like the little board
Like-
game.
play a lot of Gwen.
Bit
Yeah.
of Gwen, bit of the sauna.
Ciri can wait. She'll be fine.
Yeah, I'll kill these 4 beasts just so I've got a bit of cash and buy a new sword. And then I'll play 3 days worth of Gwent, and then I'll go find her. I'm still not over getting the bad ending in Witcher 3, to be honest.
Game logic.
I was devastated when I got that bad ending. All because I didn't have a snowball fight with Ciri.
It's the bad ending.
No one told us that. I can't. Well, I don't want to spoil the game, but
Spoilers.
you don't really get the outcome you want.
Oh yeah, I know what the bad ending is.
Like
There's
Call
three
it the
endings.
non-canon ending.
yeah, it's like
There's
you
a
want to have a
good
snowball fight with
neutral,
Ciri.
good neutral and bad, isn't
Yeah.
it? I think I got the neutral.
Cyberpunk. I made a bunch of manual saves, so I don't have to replay it over and over.
Smart.
Just replay the ending only, because I don't know how many endings there are, but that's the whole game. Is all the trophies are just endings.
Mhm.
So
Wow.
Yeah.
manual saved it. I'm ready.
Saves come for the rescue right there. Can't be having it. So, Shat, is there any platinum you would want but you would not hunt?
That I want, that I would not play.
Yeah, that you would not hunt because you would not think it's worth it. Insurmountable, perhaps.
I don't know.
Told you,
I
I
don't
can go
think
deep.
Honestly, no. I would say even if it's like super difficult, 10 out of 10, I think I wouldn't rule it out.
So
Like, I make a joke all the time. People ask, and I say, "Yeah, I'm gonna play Crypt of the Necrodancer one day." I just say it. Just say. I don't know when that one day will be. Maybe I won't even make videos anymore, but I'll play it one day.
Do you care about 100% of the count?
No, my account's terrible.
There you
It's
go.
like 40%. I like I said, enjoy a game first.
do you know much about the Crypt of the Necrodancer trophy list or not?
I know it's like 12 people that have it or something like that, and you have to like beat the whole game like in one sitting, and yeah.
There's like 12 different versions of the game, but I think what's interesting about it is the fact that the fastest ever recorded platinum time is 7 months,
Oh,
which I think that gives you the idea of people who are dedicated to doing it, people who went for this game and got the platinum, obviously skilled and trophy hunters, 7 months to platinum it. Because like 1,000 hours of practice, which I think
Yeah,
is, I mean, someone might have
1,000
beat it
hours.
since. I mean, I haven't checked it in a few months, so maybe someone's done it faster. But
Do you not think maybe like the person was trolling to make it intimidating? Maybe he did it in like a month and then thought, I'm just gonna wait 6 months to pop this last one.
probably,
I don't think so, but I wouldn't.
I mean, 7 months
I'd
is like
flex that.
is the fastest as well. I think that after, I'm sure after that it's like 9 months, 10 months, 12 months, 13 months. It's a long stint.
just edging. It wasn't even his final form. He'll come
Nah.
back now, 1 month.
Yeah.
1,000 hours.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, it makes you think, right? If you did it that fast, you'd be like, oh, I probably could do it faster now because it's only like 16 game modes, which can be done in like 2 hours if you're good enough.
They're
I
releasing
can't-
like an
good
easier
enough.
version nowadays.
I
Are
can't
they?
remember, but you know, cheap plug. Look
think
at my old videos. It's in there.
Oh,
It goes over everything about Crypt.
no way.
Ah, you need to dig that out.
Mm.
Share the goods.
There's a goods.
Good.
Right, come on, Jelly Boy. It's your question.
What's your favorite game genre?
RPGs.
Yeah,
Ooh, yeah.
oh man.
Back onto me. That was fast. Speed round. Right, what's the platinum you want the most?
Oh, see, I didn't think about this.
Hmm.
Item that I want the most.
Most sought after platinum. Your magnum opus.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
While he's
Joe might have
thinking,
to slide one in.
I'm actually like thinking. I want a good answer here.
I'm
Actually,
gonna
I thought-
I'm
probably
gonna throw in
fun.
some of my questions.
Yeah, yeah.
As
Think
well,
on that
though.
one.
So, what'd you say there, Shah?
I said it would probably be Final Fantasy X,
Hmm.
but I don't think I'm gonna see. Actually, that goes back to the previous question. I don't think I'll go back and play it again. But it would probably be that because I know there's a lot of very difficult things in that game.
I'll be doing
A
it.
lot of very difficult things. I'll just leave it at that. There's a lot of very difficult things that you don't have to do to beat it. Just if you want 100%, you have to do a lot of difficult things.
Are you talking about the sphere things where you got to max all your trees out?
No, well,
Well, that's not even that hard. It's just grinding. It's the lightning bolts. I'm thinking of lightning bolts.
celestial weapons.
Oh,
Yeah.
You need the sigils. You need to dodge lightning 200 times.
Yeah, that's that.
Without
That's what I
failing.
Hmm.
I did it on the PS2, and I had to do it in breaks of like 10 lightning bolts at a time because if I carried on, I started seeing red because of the flashing. It was terrible.
Is it a chocobo race is hard as well?
I've tried it before. It's terrible.
I'll
Joel,
be doing
don't
that soon.
Oh, go on.
Yeah, go on.
I'll say, don't you just see red whenever something mildly happens that just like angers you or discomforts you the smallest thing ever?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why it was. Probably wasn't even because of the flashes. It was just because I was getting annoyed.
He's a passionate man. He's red-blooded. You know.
You probably just accidentally pressed the pause menu and just lost your shit. Destroyed the controller. Okay, I'll throw one in. Shah, what do you prefer? Crumpets or Yorkshire puddings?
Wait, what was that?
This
Crumpets
is
or
life or
what?
death.
What do you prefer, crumpets or Yorkshire puddings?
I don't think I've had either one, but I'm gonna go with pudding.
I'll give you some more information. It's not it's a savory item.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
not
it's savory. It's not sweet.
No,
Oh, I'll go with crumpets then. I've
It
heard of
goes-
that before.
it goes along with a roast, so like a meat and vegetables.
Oh, the
Sunday
crumpet.
roast.
What do you both go for? I'm gonna go for Yorkshire pudding.
Crumpets. I'm not a big fan of Yorkshire puddings.
Ah, you haven't tried mine, then, mate. I make my own Yorkshire puddings.
Oh, I'll have to try yours.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
When you come over here, I'll make some.
I think you may change my mind.
Oh yeah.
You're going to do
Crumpets.
it with Calvin Klein's though.
Always cooking my Calvin Klein's, mate.
Yeah,
Always.
nothing else.
Especially for you, right?
Oh yeah.
You like when the burning oil splashes on your raw chest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just manly. It's Viking-like.
So for the record, just because I'll just do it in next, and you shall wouldn't know because he's not English, and they are like I was like thinking one of the most like famous things, food items we actually make, what we are known for. Crumpet. I'm not a big fan of crumpets. They're like airy bread, right?
You gotta like soak them in tons of butter,
Yeah.
1,000 calories, and then like just
If it-
ripping.
Yeah, if you put a little bit of butter, then it's not even worth.
What's the
Not
point?
even worth it. You have to get a big slab, put it on there just as soon as it's out of the toaster, so it just melts instantly. And then when you pick it up, you have to see the butter like seeping through the bottom.
Oh yeah.
Then that's a perfect crumpet.
Yeah. If you bite into it and butter doesn't squirt out everywhere, you're not
It's
eating a
not-
crumpet, right?
Yeah, it's not. worth
Bukkake of butter.
So I stand by my answer, crumpets then.
it. Yeah.
Yorkshire pudding, however, is like it's like a pastry. Steve, you're from Yorkshire. Please explain what it is.
Oh yeah, it's all me. Yeah. Basically, it's made out of flour, eggs, milk can be put in there if you want more fluffy, and that's essentially the basic ingredient. It's just mixed together. It rises in the oven, and it's a really savoury thing. You have it with gravy. I don't know if Americans call gravy something different, but
Pretty sure it's gravy, Steve.
Gravy. Yeah, gravy.
biscuits and gravy, right? That's the thing over there. Biscuits and gravy. Talk about fish fingers and custard, right? I don't know. I've
So
heard
it sounds
that
like a
in America.
breakfast.
It's not a breakfast. It's more of you could have them for breakfast. I mean, I've eaten them randomly. But yeah, when you make them properly, you put extra stuff in like onions and a lot and sage,
I mean,
spices.
Realistically, you could. We've probably had anything for breakfast anyway.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I can
Dude,
have anything for breakfast.
I
Yeah.
eat curries or ice cream for breakfast. I'm just
Yeah.
yep, protein. Get it in you.
Yeah, I've had steak for breakfast before.
My man.
I think since you've lost your ancient jammy dodger that was on your shelf, you should replace it with a fresh Yorkshire pudding. And we can,
I will
all the
do.
guests
Leave it there.
can just witness it
I will
decay
do.
over time.
I'll make one and I'll leave it there. See how long it lasts. Without preservatives, that's going to be dicey.
I mean, yeah, the
Look
biggest
at
struggle
Moldy, though.
will be trying not to eat it, I think.
Yeah, well, don't eat it.
Nah,
To
nah.
be fair, when we do our Games of the Year podcast at the end of the year, Steve's gonna have to eat something because you ate the jammy dodger last time. Well, you have to. You have a thing on that one, Steve. If you want to eat some fish fingers and custard, I'm here for it.
I'll tell you what. When I go and see you, Steve, I'll test it with you.
Finally.
I pussied out when you came over.
I
But
know.
I'll have to. Well, it's your house anyway, so
No choice, mate.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only thing he's going to serve you, Joel. So if you don't have that, you can't eat it. So, yeah, it's up
Yeah.
to you, right?
I
Come on,
tried
pal.
to
Come on.
push it. Poor Joel and Emma. I was trying to push it on them. I was like, right, fish fingers and custard. Come on. We got the ingredients. Come on.
no pressure. But this is all I have in the house.
Yeah. I was like, there's no waste. I'll eat the rest if you don't like it.
Isn't there something else weird you've ate as well, Steve?
Many things.
Oh,
But
like
chance.
what was it? Beans and
Oh, yes, I tried that.
Weetabix.
Oh, that's it. Yeah.
Both hot and cold.
Yeah, Lucy mentioned it, I think, on the server at one point. So I was like, right, challenge accepted. Food challenges? Nah. So yeah, beans with the red juice and stuff. I don't know what to call it in America. Baked beans, essentially. On a Weetabix, which is like a really oaty, dry, terrible thing.
Oh,
Mm.
Yeah, I
Is it
tried it
like
hot and
bread
cold.
or-
it's just something you don't eat without milk.
I think I've got it on my Twitter. If you look there, you'll see it somewhere.
Yeah, it's,
That doesn't even it doesn't sound bad. I don't know what it is, but it doesn't sound bad.
Oh,
It sounds
dude.
like bread and beans.
I got a PTSD from beans and Weetabix for a while for that. It tasted like, prepare yourself, like vomit.
Oh wow.
well, it's
So
like,
you know oats.
Yeah.
So imagine dried oats, but put in like a bar, and then you put beans with something similar to ketchup.
Tomato sauce kind of thing.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
both of those things. Yeah.
Just remember as well,
You
these
get-
Weetabix
you
are
get-
dehydrated so much they could just survive on a shelf like 2 years and be fine.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
think
wow.
the fish fingers and custard sounds worse.
It's actually delicious. It's like a bad Mars bar. It's sweet and savoury. It's like dipping McDonald's chips or whatever or chicken McNuggets in your milkshake. It's that same thing. The
But it's
sweet and
fish
savoury.
though.
I don't like that, but I know people that like that. But I
That's
don't.
like you're saying basically like
Fries.
fish deserve fish flakes into some sort of sweet dessert.
You see, this is why you get the haddock ones, the cod ones, because it's even more flavour.
You know what?
Perfect.
Emma turned around to me the other day and she went, "I like dipping my Space Raiders in my yogurt and eating it."
I'm gonna try that.
I might go for that one, to be fair.
Oh, really?
You mean what do you mean Space Raiders? Like pickled onion ones, the classic.
Pickled onion.
It's pickled onion with sour yogurt, plain yogurt, yeah.
I don't know.
I,
Any yogurt
Activia.
that's out. Whatever's there.
I've only asked one question. I've derailed this whole podcast by like 5 minutes, so I apologise.
I apologise.
Joel, what was your next question?
I regret nothing.
Never.
My next question
Yeah.
is, where are they? There they are. Sasuke or Naruto?
Sasuke.
Yes. We have a lot more things in common than what I thought.
Sasuke, yeah. He's just cooler.
Yeah.
I don't like the ending of the show though, but that's
No, I'm not a big fan. But yeah, he's got a lot more depth than Naruto, I think.
yeah. Naruto talks his way out of everything. He talked no jutsus the whole show.
Yeah, Sasuke just like kills people.
He does. He just talks.
No regrets, right?
So you two are like two peas in a pod in a bowl of cold custard. So much in common, you know.
You used to, oh, they're just the fish fingers, yeah.
Yeah, that's what you are. All right, I can bounce off that one. Vegeta or Goku?
Goku, because Vegeta has a weird hairline.
Yeah, true.
Oh,
Widow's
like-
Peak.
Fair.
he's receding, man. He's receding. He's just so
Don't
hazy.
shame him. He can't help
Even
it.
the
He needs to
receding
regain.
hairline.
He was receding when he was born, wasn't he? He's like eclipsed him when he was like 8 years old. He's like this biggest receding headline ever.
And Trunks didn't get that.
No.
Wow,
You
that's
don't know.
bummer.
You don't know underneath those locks.
Could be up here.
Yeah.
Nah, he's
Oh, no, when
secretly
he
like
goes Super
Bulma,
Saiyan,
right?
they go up, don't they?
It's just going to Shenron to get cosmetic surgery all the time.
Yeah.
That's his thing.
I like the all seven. Make that wish.
Yeah. Give me my hairline back.
Steve?
Is it back on me again?
Yeah.
I just bounced off of that. All right.
Oh, do you want me to ask one then?
Yeah, you asked one. Let me think.
All right. Mine. These ones are quite. Yes, these are quite fast. These ones. Sly Cooper or Ty the Tasmanian Tiger.
Oh, I love both. The Sly. I'll go with Sly, but I do love both. I played more Sly as a kid, so I'll go with Sly. And I do like the whole world of Sly. Like
Yeah.
Bentley and Murray are awesome, so I like the other characters too.
I might go back and play a Ty because I feel like I would love it if I played it now.
Yeah, there's just fun, casual games, and they have a clear ending that's not over the top. It's like 10 hours, right? So
Is Sly Cooper still worth playing if you haven't played them originally, even to this day?
if you haven't played them,
Yeah, if I haven't, because I never did.
I would say yes. You just have
sure.
to understand that it's from PS1, but yeah, or PS2, but yeah.
I would agree. I played them on the Vita, like 2018, 19, 20. And they're all pretty good games. Thieves in Time is pretty shit, though, on the PS3.
I've heard that. I never played it, but
Oh.
I've heard
And
that.
there's a collectible for opening the map in every level. And not every level, in every single area. And there's no tracker for it. So I found that kind of soured the game for me because I had to go back and play. In some of the map sections, there's like chapter select one level, but there's 8 maps in that level, so you have to like go through the whole level and open the map every single time. So it's pretty horrendous. And I did it with every intention of opening the map, but then I think I just forgot one, and I think it's probably like 60, 70 maps, and that's like one of the main collectibles in the game. It's not even a collectible, it's just for a requirement for a trophy, and that for me just broke me. It made me realize I was spending so much more time with the game. I was like, it's not that great.
I would say the original 3 are worth playing. The whole
Yeah.
world, the lore. They dive pretty deep in actually,
Mm.
especially in the first game with the lore of it.
I think Sly 2 is probably the best.
I'm gonna play that again.
Like it a
Yeah.
lot, it's good.
Sounds almost like Ratchet and Clank. The original trilogy was great, and it kind of trailed off with all the random games afterwards, in a way. All right, so I've got a question now. Considering you don't care about 100% account, you've obviously given up on some platinums, I assume. Which is the most annoying one you've given up on?
Annoying. Probably one of the NBA 2K games because I've played enough of each one to have the platinum, but all I did was play online. All I did was play multiplayer with friends, against people, all that. So I played enough to have the platinum. The hours are there. But you can't do it anymore either. The online servers are gone. So that's annoying.
Right. You've
I
put the time in, but you ain't got the trophies. It's so painful.
'Cause I didn't care about. Nobody cares about the people who play the sports games. 99% of them don't care about the trophies. They care about complaining that the game's bad. That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah. That's the sign
Not
of a
playing,
real
just
sports
complaining
gamer
about
fan.
That's FIFA vibes right there.
I played FIFA 22 was the first one I played in 5 years, or 4 years, and I played it. I was like, this is excellent.
3 years.
I
For
played
me.
FIFA 22 because it was free on PS
Yeah.
Plus.
Mm.
It was fun. I was terrible, but it was fun. I was very bad. It was nice to play a game knowing you're bad and not caring that you're bad. And I know I did say I like getting better at a game, but I knew I was only playing that for a few days.
That's just loose. That's just loose on every game
It's
you pick
just
up.
my life. I'm just used to it, yeah.
Yeah.
I think if you going on at that, people complain every year it's not different. Then don't play it every year is the answer to that. Like, just don't play every year. Why don't you just skip a year, bro? Like, you don't have to,
Play
like,
something else.
I skipped 4 years and I went back and went, this is excellent. It's improved so much.
Yeah.
Everything about it is better. Yeah, if I played, apparently 23 is actually really good as well. They've made big changes, but yeah, normally it's not. So you just wait, right?
Yeah.
All they do is
Wait a
change
little
the
bit,
game
it's a lot better.
players.
So yeah, Joel, you got another question?
I do. These next two are going to be quite speedy. Actually, this next one's not going to be speedy, but then the last two will be. So, what's the platinum that you would want to have but can't because it's unobtainable now?
Oh, that goes into the last answer I had. It would be 2K because I have enough time at it. I'm good enough at it. Didn't do it.
Is there another one? Beyond.
Is there
2K?
another one?
More.
You said it's unobtainable now? Is that
That's the
Well,
rule.
I say unobtainable, but either unobtainable or you just don't have the patience.
unobtainable or don't have the patience? Tough. Can I come back to this?
Yeah, of course you can.
Pass.
Pass
Pass
for
on
now.
all of them.
You could just
I
ignore
want, I
me.
want a good answer.
You could just ignore me completely, like everybody else does.
Yeah, it's a way to go. I
That
find.
sounds sad. Now I feel pressured not to.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Get
add on
violent,
to that.
get violent enough for Joel.
You got one, Chad Bro 7, or am I going again?
Oh, I've got some more. I'll fire some.
There we go.
Yeah. How many have you got left, by the way?
900. No, I'll only pick a few. What was your first memory of playing a video game?
Oh, that's good.
Pokemon Gold.
Pokemon Gold, yes,
Oh.
banger.
And I remember because my uncle, it wasn't my Game Boy, it was my uncle's Game Boy. They like went outside to play basketball or something, and I was like 5 or 6, and he said, "Yeah, go ahead and go train." And I took that literally. I didn't leave like the first 2 routes. I trained to like level 17, which is like an hour and a half or 2 hours or
Yeah.
something. It's a long time of just fighting like Rattata or whatever it was I was fighting, and I evolved, and I didn't go past like the first trainer. I think the first trainer is Joey, and I didn't go past Joey. Youngster
Goddamn.
Joey. Evolved. He's like, "Did you get a badge yet?" I was like, "No, you told me to train." I didn't leave.
So when you
And I
faced
remember that
Joey with
vividly.
his level 4 Rattata, you had like a level 18
Had a Croconaw.
Croconaw.
It's like-
one
It's
water
like
gun.
Goku fighting Krillin. Yeah, just
Yeah.
that point is so OP.
Joe?
Alright.
Clearly.
Have you got any more, Steve?
I can keep pulling them out my ass. I'll find them somewhere. I've got some, yeah.
Yeah.
All right, and I think I know the answer to this one based on watching your videos. What is your favorite, easiest game that you've planned?
Astro's Playroom.
That wasn't.
That
what I
game
was
is actually
thinking.
surprisingly very good. It's a well-made game, I think. In terms of sound effects and graphics and the way you use your controller, and it's free. I think it's a very good game.
It's a nostalgia trip. The older you are, the more you
Nostalgia
appreciate
Trip
it.
too. Yeah, I think it's really cool. I was very surprised about like liking it so much.
I'm going to throw a question in, even though I know the answer to it, but everyone else doesn't. Do you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Do you know how to play Yu-Gi-Oh?
Yeah.
I'm gonna add to that. I didn't say this before, but I think synchros are the best. They shouldn't have gone past synchros.
Heart of cards.
Destiny Draw.
Dexter. With his ears.
Best card.
Instant win.
Death by cuteness.
I think synchros are good too, by the way. I think they probably are the best.
I think past that is where it started to
Yeah.
lose its stuff for a little bit.
XYZ is okay, but the pendulum is just, I just hate that.
I'm okay with the Xyz. I
Yeah.
think is how to say it.
Yeah,
Xyz.
Well, I've never ever spoken to anybody in real life about Yu-Gi-Oh, so I have no idea how any of the words are said, how any of the card types are, or anything like that. I played them when the spell cards were magic cards. You know what I mean?
That's it.
Like,
Yeah, they were called Magic. Yeah.
yeah, and they changed them back in the day. Me and my friends who were like 8 used to like host like Yu-Gi-Oh. What was the place they went to in the first anime? Pegasus Island.
I think so. I didn't watch a lot of the anime. I like the games, not the anime.
Like you used to like have to like you had to like collect 10 stars to like progress the enemy. My friends with like 10 of us would go around and just like cut those little stars and then be like battle each other to get the most stars. And then be like, I get to go fight Pegasus. Obviously, Pegasus didn't exist, but you know, it's good times.
They had some really good games.
They did in your heart.
On PlayStation, on PSP.
Yeah. Oh, so and Game Boy Advance. There's some really good games on Game Boy Advance as well. Beautiful. And that was the first ever game I played. What was it? One for PS1, which just didn't follow any of the rules of Yu-Gi-Oh. Like
I don't know.
Oh, it was like called like Forbidden Memories or something. It was like you could only play one card per turn. And that was it. And I was like, this has nothing to do with Yu-Gi-Oh, but whatevs. But anyway,
that sounds awful, actually. But
yeah, it was weird. Joel?
Oh, I need to go back to like my old list. I need to go back to my original speedrun list. Right.
I'm gonna look at my list too, and I'll give you that answer.
Here we go.
I have it open, actually, on the other screen.
Persona or Final Fantasy?
Final Fantasy. I've never played Persona, actually. I want to, and I love JRPGs. I never played them. Yeah.
Me too.
So but I played almost like a lot of the Final Fantasies, like a majority of them.
Yeah, Final Fantasy is top tier.
Yeah, and that's how I got into Dragon Quest.
Persona's like very, very close.
And you've got your chance because Persona 3 and 4 are coming soon to PS4 and 5. And you've got Persona
5 is already free.
Oh, yeah. I recommend Royal, personally.
Royal's out on the PS5 now.
Oh, nice.
Aye. Where's the
Steve, any questions?
Oh, I do have an answer, actually.
Ooh.
Platinums that I don't have that I don't think I'll go back and get.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not that they're hard, it's just a little obnoxious. I would say Detroit Become Human.
Ooh.
It's obnoxious.
Oh, really?
Pray tell, why?
Because I know, Joel, you would start a game over from scratch, but I didn't save my save file from PS4. I just really don't want to start over from scratch. You can't skip cutscenes. I was like, I'm not doing this.
Just do what I did and just wait like a decade and then try again.
How far did you get into it, though?
Cool on PSN profiles, but I started it for my 10 platinums in 10 days. That was an awful start because that would have been like 20 hours. I was like, yep, I'm not doing this. I thought I had my save file and I would have done it because it would have been like 3 hours, 4 hours. And because of that, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to start over.
So how far were you into it? Was you near the end of it all? Like,
so I played on PS4. I beat it once on PS4. And then
right.
You just replay what you didn't play and get the other
section. Get the collectible.
I will say it is worth going through because there's so many different endings and variations in that game. It's absolutely amazing.
Yeah, there's a lot.
That's true. That's true. For the experience.
It's not like the same game.
No, because the characters can die literally at any point, can't they? And then they're done. Yeah. Which I think is amazing, to be fair.
It is cool, yeah. I just didn't want to start over again, is what annoyed me.
I can say it's worth it. I can say it's worth it. Try.
Yeah. I think with one of the endings, you need to start over anyway. Or for one of the trophies, which is the one where Connor has to die in every scenario that he can, he has to die. So I think with that, you do need to start pretty much from the beginning. So if you did want to go for the platinum, I think you'd have to.
Have to. Okay.
Look at
me, I don't think I'll go back and do it.
Look at me, just like pushing people. Go on, start it.
Do it.
Do it. Bounce off Jules. Yeah. It's relevant. Silent Hill or Resident Evil?
Resident Evil.
You got a reason behind that one?
I don't really know the story of them. I played them such a long time ago, but it was just a lot of fun. I played it with my uncles, actually. So I guess there's a little bit of nostalgia there playing with them. So it was just fun to me. But I don't know the story of it at all. I was a kid. It was fun to play. So
I'll bounce off that.
Down zombies.
Yeah.
Yeah, right? It was just the action, right? It was fun. Memories, yeah.
Spyro or Crash Bandicoot?
Crash Bandicoot.
My man.
I've played both as a kid. But I just always had more fun. So this is when I played with my cousin. My cousin and I played this together. So more memories, and I'm playing it recently. I would go with Crash Bandicoot.
I'll bounce off that. After you finish. I was
gonna say, who do you prefer, Joel?
Oh, Spyro.
I'm Spyro too.
Crash is too hard.
Spyro's cool as well. Spyro's cooler. He's a purple dragon. What's not?
Spyro just reminds me of Lobo. If he was a dragon, I think that's what he would look like.
Yeah.
Spyro is pretty cool.
Bit of an idiot ramming everything.
Yeah.
In every sense of the word.
I'd hate to see Lobo with that kind of power. He's scary enough being when he's literally weighs 2 pounds. Imagine if he was a dragon. Bloody hell. The world would fear him.
Yeah. Yeah. We would take over the world.
You and Lobo.
Dangerous.
Yeah.
I'd be on his shoulder, not the other way around.
Yeah. One more question each, because then we'll move on to our topic.
One each. Oh, I've got two though. Right, I'll do 2 quick ones.
Take
Like
both
the
of
last
mine.
one. The last one. Like mine is PlatinumBro or GuyFarruski.
Oh, do I have to answer that?
It is a requirement of
Yeah.
the waiver you signed when you joined. You didn't know you signed the waiver, but you know. I slipped it
I'm
in
gonna
really
so
quietly.
I'm gonna go with GuyFarruski because I like your editing on your videos.
That's totally fair.
Not that I don't like Platinum Bros. I'm not saying that. I
You
just
can
I
be
really,
you can be honest.
be
Like
as
no one
brutal
else.
as you
No
want.
one else does.
No, it's absolutely fine.
I just like your editing, so I'll go with that.
I would have
I
went for
appreciate
this option C, which is obviously VaultBoySteve, is what I would have went for. But you know,
There's
That was
hidden-
the easy way out right there.
yeah,
I didn't know there were hidden options.
always find the fence and always sit on it. That is the best answer.
I'd go for option D and just say neither.
That's
You're
also
both
true.
as shit as each other.
I said, do I have to choose? You said yes.
I went with option E, I remember, which was threesome.
Yeah. Good
Yeah,
times.
I'm down with that.
Yeah.
And on that, my last one is: do you want to boost with me?
Ooh, segue. Ooh.
Do I want to boost it? What game?
Any? I'm just desperate.
Then I'll say yeah. I'll say yes.
That's
If
another
it's
one for
any
the-
game, yes. Depends what it is. Yeah.
So
Fine, man.
I'm pretty sure we have like a 99% yes to boosting.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, we've got.
If it's
It's just Adam now because
Yeah.
Lucy is like retracted.
Shaz.
Adam, it's only a matter of time, Adam. Only a matter of time.
Every guest.
if it's a game that doesn't harm anyone else boosting, if it's like
Oh
play
no!
100 games,
That's one thing I pride myself in is I boost properly, so I never leave a man unboosted. So if I get the trophy, the other person has to get the trophy, regardless of how long it's going to take. And yeah, I just never leave anybody hanging. I never ruin anybody else's game with a boosting because that's just not right. And,
yeah, I'll do it.
yeah.
Steve, you have any final questions?
What was your favourite game of all time? Trophies aside.
Fuck.
Ending on a big one.
It's hard. People ask that question a lot too, actually, and it's
That's
hard to
easy
choose.
as well. Isn't it? It's
I always
hard.
give like 4 answers,
Mm.
honestly, because it's hard to choose. I always say like Dragon Quest 11 is up there as one of my favorites ever. I say Final Fantasy 7. I like to choose different genres.
That's a good tactic. I'm so sorry
Need
for
for
putting you on
Speed
the
Most
spot.
Wanted. I'm sure you've never gotten that answer before. Need
Is
for
that
Speed
a-
Most Wanted,
The one on the PS2 though.
the original one.
Oh,
Do you
yeah.
mean with Razor?
Where
Where
you
you
start
chasing the
with the
BMW?
Razor, yeah.
Yeah,
The
that's the
Black
one.
Razor. That game is amazing.
I love that game.
No flaws with that game.
Yeah.
Perfection.
I'll leave it at that. I'll leave those 3.
Yeah.
Oh, Pokemon Heart Gold. The
Yeah.
remake.
Good choice.
Heart
Remake.
Gold,
Not the-
Soul
Heart
Silver,
Gold, yeah.
bangers. Absolute bangers.
Yeah.
They're my top 10. Definitely.
That's what a remake should be.
Yeah.
Omega Ruby was good as well. Didn't
I actually
play that
didn't
one.
play
Play that one.
It's really
I
good.
played I can't remember the name. It's the green one.
Emerald.
Emerald?
With the
Yeah.
Emerald, yeah. Played that one. That was
Because
great.
have they not redone Black and White now as well?
I don't think so, you know.
No,
Oh, they have a Black 2 and White 2 that came out immediately
Yeah.
after.
Yeah.
And it was actually received really well. People liked it.
No, it's Shining Pearl and something Diamond, Brilliant Diamond. They've redone.
Yeah, those are bad.
I don't think I played them. No, I have played Pearl. I have actually played Pearl because I remember it's the first game I ever got lost in. There's a part at the end of the game between like 7th and 8th badge or the 8th badge of the Jewel League. We have to go in this mystery world. And I was like, where the hell am I going?
That's Platinum, yeah.
Yeah.
But the remakes you're talking about, or remasters, there's literally nothing new. And
Oh.
in fact, the glitches that are in the original game are in the remake. And like, you have to like go out of your way to like walk through walls. Like it was coding mistakes, and it's literally in the remakes. And it's like, yeah, they just copy and pasted it and put a chibi like skin on it.
Well done, Nintendo. Always providing the gamers with the best service.
So it wasn't Game Freak
Game Freak.
didn't develop it. That was the problem.
Oh, it
Game
wasn't
Freak.
Game Freak. Ooh.
Oh, was
not
not?
No.
Ah.
And that's why it's so bad. It's literally a copy and paste. It's so bad.
God
I
damn.
still stick to what I said a few months back, and it's like Pokemon now. It's just getting ridiculous. You might as well just start calling it Digimon because the amount of like the designs they come out with now are just
Keychains.
they're
Yeah.
just stupid.
Ice cream.
I designed some on the last podcast, and they were
Yeah,
on
you
the
did.
I think that's
rivals.
the last time we talked about it, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think the new Pokemon is it Arceus? That's
Yeah.
supposed to be really different. I haven't played it, but I've watched a review on it, and it does look really different. It looks like a good
It's
different
It's
Pokemon
meant to
game.
be like the god of all Pokemon or something, isn't it?
Yeah, but
Yeah, I play
you're a ranger though instead of a Pokemon trainer, so you're not like trying to like beat gyms. You're doing something different, which I think is cool.
it's pretty fun. It's completely different. The battling is pretty bad in that game. I uploaded like 15 videos of that game on this channel that are privated now. So that's the game that I uploaded on this channel. So I know about it. The battling is like extremely broken. It's not well made at all. But the exploration is good.
Ah,
The battling is not good.
well there you go.
You can go twice before your enemy goes, or the enemy can go twice before you go and just kill you.
What?
They'll go twice because they're faster. They're that much faster than you, and they'll just kill you. So it's like really bad.
Wow. Still turn-based.
It's turn-based, yeah, but there's like
So,
agile mode, and then there's like
Wow.
power mode. I forgot what it's called, but there's agile. So if you go agile, you'll go twice. But if they go agile, they'll go twice and just kill you.
That sounds
So it's so broken. Very bad.
that sounds fun.
But exploring is fun. It's a nice little world.
I'm going to end the questions on one non-gaming question, which is, well, I've asked this one for a while, Joel. I've lost it now. What is the best meal you can cook from scratch?
I can make chicken fried rice.
Oh yes.
So it'd be either parboiled rice or white rice. Parboiled rice is pretty good though. I don't really use brown rice. I'm gonna go deep into this, by the way.
Yeah,
And then
please do.
I'll get some vegetables. Usually I like to use onions and potatoes. I'll season that a little bit with some garlic powder and maybe some adobo sometimes. A little bit. It depends how I'm feeling. I don't know if you ever use that, but if they have that in the supermarket, get it. It'll change your life. Adobo seasoning, ADOBO, and then some
Write
chicken.
it down.
It's actually really good. It's like $5 maybe, and it'll last you a long time. A little big container. And then the chicken, I usually use curry powder, garlic, a little bit of pepper, the red chili pepper, and then some adobo there too. Season that together, mix it all together, cook that, mix it all up, and it becomes chicken fried rice.
Oh,
Wow.
I'm sold.
Very good.
I was sold a chicken fried rice.
boy.
Yeah.
How do you
know how
even
to-
describe
My
it?
mom taught me. My
Ingredients.
mom's is better though, but she taught me. Hers is better, a lot better.
I think all three of us were just like slowly salivating there.
Yeah.
So.
Oh yeah.
Very good.
Oh yeah.
On that, one final question: Pornhub or X videos?
Ooh.
That's-
Now we're
that's-
getting
that's
deep
for all-
territory.
that's for all
This is
four
a
of them.
tangent now.
Let's go. You've got to hit the hub. You always hit the hub.
Yeah.
Always.
I don't know actually. I don't know.
Do you all like some saucier stuff? You know, a bit of.
Yeah, I just Google and then like the first one that comes up. I've got like a little board beside the bed with like a tally of like which one comes up
Tally
first,
too.
because then it shows like which one is more recommended,
Yeah.
and then like at the end of the month I'll do like a leaderboard. So the one that has the more clicks, that's what I'll choose. For.
Perhaps per click.
Then do you like
You know,
right?
I'd say like you're deep in. My friends and I would say like you're deep in.
Mm.
It's
Oh
like
yeah,
when you're deep in something, like in a funny way, or like to kind of mock you, would be like, "Oh, you're so deep in." Like,
I'm deep in everything.
Yeah.
That's
way
just
to
how
go.
I roll.
I went to a Halloween Horror Nights the other night, and a couple of my friends and I we played this board game called Gloomhaven, which is a pretty nerdy game. So we were like, "Oh, since the lines are so long, we should have started a game on your PC and then streamed it from your phone and then play it while we're waiting in line." I was like, "That's too deep in, bro. Why would we ever do that? Let's just talk." That's deep
Talking's
in. Just
overrated.
stream your
Get into
PC
it.
on your phone while we're waiting in line for a ride. Like that's bad. That's deep in.
But also awesome. Pros and cons.
It would-
Right?
yeah, it would be fun.
If you're gonna go nerd mode, you gotta go full nerd
Yeah.
mode.
Gotta go plus ultra. That's what I say.
When you go outside, like you gotta enjoy outside. A little.
What is outside?
I don't know.
I don't know. It's
What
always
is
raining.
grass?
Whenever I go outside, it's always raining.
All right. I've been to England once, for a few hours in the airport, and it was raining.
The way you said it, I've been to England once, which is the most depressing way I've ever heard of anybody say they've ever been anywhere.
Been there once, and it was just in the airport. I was looking outside. I was like, it's raining. This is
Once
what
it's
people
like-
said it would be like
Never
raining.
again.
Yeah,
Never
it's been raining like 4 days, 5 days straight. It's fun.
As a kid, I didn't like rain. I like rain now. It's soothing.
You don't like rain. Yeah, I didn't mind rain until I got a dog and started walking a dog, and then you hate rain because no matter what, you got to go out for 2 hours in that rain. So I'm just like, oh god. The dog's looking at us like, do I have to be here? And I'm like, we're here for you, mate. Yes. We'll move on, shall we? Okay,
Oh.
we'll move on to our topic. So, I briefed the three of them very, very, very. The briefing was 3 lines of a text. Is that together we're going to pull our limited brain power together, and we're going to decide upon 10 games that we think people should platinum, or platinum that you should have. Not a recommendation. You should have a platinum. You should have this platinum. And I imagine I'll have none of them, but we'll go for it anyway. So we'll ask them all to pick 3 to 5 games because I imagine there might be some overlap. We've got 17 games, okay? I'll read them all again in a second. What we'll do is, we need to make 10. So this is what I suggest to do. I'll read them all out now.
Oh, I had one
Viewers,
more.
you can play along as well. You can pick your 10.
Go on.
I was going to say God of War.
I'm surprised no one said it. That's why I didn't put mine on the list.
Kratos.
Okay, we'll put God of War on. I had a few. We'll put God of War in 2018. I had a few other ones. But I left them.
Should we change it to a top 15 list?
No, we're gonna make it 10. Right. So I'm gonna read them out. We're gonna go around the room and each of us has to remove a game.
Okay.
And then we'll be left with 10.
How about? Oh yeah, no, that'll take longer. I was gonna say, how about you read a game and then each of us says stay, yay or nay, but that'll take longer, won't it?
But then we might end up having more. Okay. Might end up then.
We might have more yays.
Oh yeah, but then each one that we.
Okay.
It'll take longer, though.
No, we'll go for it. We've got some time. Right.
Okay.
We'll go through them and we'll say yeah or nay on them, and then we'll take it from there. If we get was it 2 nays, we'll remove it, or do we want 3 nays? Okay, right.
I'd say well.
Okay, we'll go.
I don't know. Yeah, because two's
I say 2 because we're all agreed that most of these games are amazing games anyway, right?
Yeah.
So, but we're not disputing that. But if we've got, I say 2. I think that's fair because that's 2. Well, yeah, let's go for it. We'll see how we get on.
What if we get to like the 10th game and like
all gone.
they're all gone already?
We're gonna have 1 left. All right. First game. I'm just gonna do it in random order. Resident Evil 2. Yeah or nay? I'm gonna go
Yahoo.
I'm gonna go yeah.
I'm gonna go German. Yahoo. That means yes.
I'll go with yay.
That doesn't matter what I say. It's already passed.
Doesn't matter.
Where are you
matters.
gonna go nay?
I'm on the fence because I haven't got it, so I've not played it, and I'm not a big fan of horror games. So I would probably say nay.
We're building the most complete list for everybody here. Think of it that way.
I don't care about anybody else. It's about me. All right.
All right.
Just like in the
Spider-Man.
bedroom.
Yay.
Yahoo.
Yay.
Yeah, Spidey. All right. 3. Red Dead Redemption 2.
Nay.
Nay.
All the damn yeses, damn it.
Look, I just think Red Dead 2 is too long of a game.
It is too long of a platinum.
The game itself is amazing.
Yeah, no doubt.
And there's a lot of mundane work.
The gold medals as well. Just the fact that the gold medals only give you like a silver trophy, that alone is a nay. It's called Gold Rush, but it gives you a silver trophy. What the hell is that all about?
It's a meme. It's gotta be.
Yeah, but my Laban's a bronze.
Is it?
Yes.
That's fucked up.
All right, fine. Red Dead's dead. You gotta love democracy.
All right. Astro's Playroom.
Yay.
Yes.
Yeah,
I'd say yay, even though I haven't got it.
Yeah, but you will when you get your
It'll
PS5.
probably be my first platinum on the PS5.
I feel like there's going to be a second round of this. We'll get through this list and there'll be a second round with limited
will.
stragglers.
Probably.
Bloodborne.
Yay.
Yes.
I
Go
agree.
nay.
Oh, why?
I think it's a little harder, and I don't think it doesn't look as good as Elden Ring. I would have put Elden Ring on this over Bloodborne. But we didn't say Elden Ring anyways, so I think it's
just
a little bit of a harder game.
By default.
yeah, it wins by default.
It does win, yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm gonna say nay.
I'm gonna go with nay too. I wouldn't recommend so many superhero games to people, and I would recommend Spider-Man. So I'm going nay.
I just think there's games on this list that are better. I think Guardians itself is a really good game, and I would recommend it. But if I'm only recommending 10, I don't quite think it matches what else we have here.
I would have said yay, to be fair. I've not played it, but it does look like a really fun game.
Gotta cut
I'm
some
not
out,
even
right?
allowed to vote my own. I can't say 9 to my own game, can I?
What are you gonna?
Would you?
From the list, actually, probably yeah.
You
I'll be
second
honest.
guessing it.
I recommend it, but with the other games in the scope, I'll say yeah. I agree. With that.
Hey. Well, we know we have got to cut a few
Fickle.
games out. We've got 6 more games to cut out here. Cuphead.
Yay.
9.
That's a hard one, that. I'm gonna say yay though.
Oh wow.
There has to be a difficult game in there somewhere. It's a platinum you could be proud of.
I don't know, because I heard it's obviously really, really hard, and my thing with platformers is a platformer, like the learning curve is so steep.
Is
All
it
of the
really
time.
a platformer though?
It is a platformer,
No.
right?
No,
is
it's
it?
not. It's a shooting.
No,
It's
like
a.
it's like a
Oh,
side-scrolling.
it's a side scrolling.
I just saw
yeah.
the IGN video of that journalist for like an hour stuck in his tutorial. That's why I thought it was a platformer.
No, it's not.
Ah.
It's like
There's some platforming levels, but it's not. No, it's a boss. It's
what
a
can I even
boss.
what can I even compare it to?
Hollow
Not
Knight?
really many
Mega
games
Man?
out there. It's like you know that spaceship game where you like there's little things coming towards you and you're shooting them. It's kind
Space
of like
Invaders?
that, but a lot more complex.
I'm gonna say yeah. Get on there, because I do think it's iconic, right? I think it's one of the most unique looking games on the PlayStation 4. So I wouldn't want to kick it out. Well, yeah, that's 5, right? Okay,
five to go.
so Nier Automata.
9.
I'm gonna go with nay. I think that it's a very long game. Pretty sure.
I would have gone yeah, even though I haven't played it, just for the skirt trophy. But
I think it's too niche for everybody.
it's a no.
Who says Natas?
I wanted to say yay because of the ass, but the rest of the game I was like 9.
Yeah, to be fair, out of all my choices, it's probably the weakest one.
Yeah.
Jack and Daxter.
9.
I'm gonna say no. I hate to
I
say
prefer
it.
2.
Only because I don't think it's aged that well, and I think I did enjoy it when I played it as a kid. I've played it. I've seen someone. I don't know if I even have played it, but after playing a lot of the older games, we're going back to Sly and stuff. I feel like the 3D platforming just hasn't really kept up to date. And I think it's noticeable, and it's like the gameplay is quite shallow. And although it's an iconic game, we've also got some really iconic games already. Like Astro's Playroom is a better game, I would say.
It is.
I'm going to say yay because Shah said he'd boost with me.
We see
So
how it
there's
is.
a little
We see
bit
how it is.
of collusion there. I'll take it.
Still did you say yeah, no, Steve?
I said 9
Why? What do you think?
because I like 2 better, and like you say, it's very shallow and simple. It's not really aged well. I do like it, but it's again compared to the rest we've got on this stack, it's like
All right, Wolfenstein 2.
Nate.
I can't recommend that to someone new.
Even Steve can't. He's like, nah. That was just a wild card, wasn't it, Steve?
Even after, I think it just solidified it when you told me that. Mine even is a bronze trophy. What the hell?
Imagine.
I'll just go cry in the corner.
That is
I'll be
madness.
I just realised there's no Uncharted games on here. Lucy is gonna not approve of this list.
I was thinking of Uncharted 4, but
Are they really good platinums though? The amount of treasures you have to get.
yeah, I was
true.
going to say those collectibles, nah.
Yeah.
I have literally hit myself with the knackers of a mallet just in protest of that in the video, so...
especially especially Uncharted 4. That's probably the worst out of the 4.
For
I've got Libertalia titled on my damn it, and you're just going to say that?
Just because of the multiplayer trophies, it's just such a crappy mode. You'd think like when they saw how badly Tomb Raider did with their mode, it's essentially the same multiplayer mode, and then they still added it on with trophies attached, and it's like, come on, guys.
Well, The Last of Us Remake has a built-in collectible guide, which would make Uncharted 4 better, I would say.
Oh yeah, if that was the guide.
So
I
on that,
I don't mind collectibles if you know where to find them. If you're looking for them endlessly because you don't know where you have to like follow a guide side by side and pause the video every 5 seconds.
Valhalla might change your opinion on that. 900 collectibles, even though you can see them.
yeah, they're both shit, Steve.
If I could see it, I'd prefer
Ubisoft.
it. I'd prefer it if I could see it though.
Okay, well, next game, Last of Us Remake, The Last of Us Part 1.
Yeah,
I'll say yes. I haven't played it, but I've seen you play it, and it looks brilliant. And we know how good The Last of Us is. It's iconic.
All right, we've got 4 left. Only 4 spaces, but we'll just see how we go because there's still some bangers on here.
Mm,
All right, God of War 2018.
yay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Witcher
It is a
3.
List.
Yes, hell yes.
I'm
All
gonna
the
s-
yes.
Even though I don't
Good.
have it, I'm going to say
Somebody
yes.
No.
Mm.
Somebody brand new to gaming? It's brand new to trophy hunting?
Oh,
I do say yay.
That's a good point, isn't
Well, then
it?
it doesn't matter. So no, 3 of you said
No,
yay?
I might resort it. You know, it's a good
Yeah,
point.
I think Lewis
Shout
is
out to-
second guessing.
I'm gonna say no.
What happens if you get a tie?
I thought it's 2 people say no. That's it. It's
Two
out.
people say no, it's gone.
Yeah.
Rip.
I
It's all on Lewis.
because
All on
although I love that game so much,
Lewis
there's a
is
reason
like
why
the,
I haven't platinumed it, and there's a reason why I didn't do the old achievements either. I got like 800 achievements when I played it. I didn't even get 800 gamer scores. I didn't even finish it then. Yeah, it's quite a hard sell, I would say, because you got to play this 60-hour game on the hardest difficulty, and that's it. So if you do it first time, it's 100 hours, maybe 80 hours, but most people will play it on medium first, so you're looking like 130 hours probably for someone to do it.
Don't forget missable Gwent cards.
And missable trophies, so you have to play the game on the hardest
Oh,
difficulty
yeah.
with a missable guide open. Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I forgot about Steve. I'm gonna say no.
That is
Richard.
fair. I had to install a Gwent app on my phone for those Gwent cards. That says it all.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's quite specific. It has a lot of requirements for the average person to go for, right?
There's a lot of like long-winded quests as well.
Oh,
Like
Yeah.
one of the missable trophies you don't find out till like the middle of the game, but it's missable at the very start of the game.
Sekiro Shadows Die Twice.
I say yay.
I've not finished it really, but I'm going to say yes because I did enjoy what I played, despite getting absolutely reamed by that old woman with the bloody batarangs. You know what I'm talking about?
Lady Butterfly.
Yeah, that's the one.
Yeah, she can be a little bitch.
Plus, the Pringle video with Lewis, and if that's
Yeah.
a big enough sell, yeah.
I mean, I played for like an hour and a half, 2 hours with Joel, and I'd already finished Bloodborne, so I wasn't new to the series, so it didn't feel like earth-shatteringly difficult. It did feel tough. So, and I obviously played Bloodborne for the first time, and I think I would still recommend it. What do you think, Shah? Are you going for a yeah or not?
I would say no. I'd say nay. I'd still recommend Elden Ring over it. But I haven't platinum any of these. I'd still recommend Elden Ring.
We've got 4 games left, and there's actually 3 spaces, so only one of them's getting kicked the curb.
Okay, so before we kick this one, let's talk about the other 3.
Okay, well, we'll say maybe on Sekiro.
We could end up kicking all 3 of these.
I
I'm going
know.
to have to go back to the bin, pull some back out.
Spyro.
No, I'd say yes to Spyro.
I say yes.
That's a tough one.
I think it's an easy, non-shameful platinum.
Is that yes from
Ow.
you, Joel?
Oh yeah. So yeah.
Oh, it's in, Steve. What were you going to go for?
I'll say yes as well. They can be quite boring at times, but only if you binge them. I say in isolation,
yeah.
they're fun as hell. I just
Yeah.
I just binged all 3 when I got the trophies, and by the end of it, I was like, totally.
It does get repetitive. Not
It
not
does.
much changes between the games, to be fair.
No, but in small
Got, like,
doses,
different areas, extra little things to do, but essentially it's the same game.
yeah.
Stray.
I say yay. I've not played
Yay.
it, but from what I've seen,
Yeah, I want to say yeah.
great.
I've
Very
not played it yet either, but it looks brilliant.
I was probably going to say nay because I thought maybe we could have pulled a better game out of the ones we haven't already suggested, but we've 3'd it, so it's 9. So we've got 2 games left.
Sudden death though.
So it's Sekiro, Shelter Twice, or Death Squared. So Death Squared. Why don't you, because we kind of missed that bit in the video, why don't you explain what Death Squared is quickly before we decide
Okay.
again?
So Death Squared is just a puzzle game that you can play couch co-op. There's no online co-op, but you just can control some cubes through some puzzles. But the real charm to the game is there's a narrator, 2 narrators actually throughout the whole game, just making fun of you the whole time, or just making banter, talking to each other. And I think that's the real charm of the game. So if you play it with somebody and you play it with sound on, it's a lot of fun. Plus the levels get pretty difficult, so it takes some thinking, or you can use a guide, and it's just an enjoyable game. Now, if it's put up against Sekiro, it's hard.
It's hard, isn't it?
It's really hard for me to try to not say Sekiro.
Let me defend Sekiro here, because you can also play Sekiro couch co-op. What you do is you have one person play the game. Every time they die, they have to eat a hot Pringle or 3.
That's true. That's a valid point. Or you can couch co-op it by one of you only controlling one side of the controller and the other person controlling the other side of the controller.
Oh, that'd be interesting.
Oh,
Because only one person can attack, and only one person can parry.
That'd be
That's your next
carnage.
video idea.
That
It is
is
actually.
carnage.
yeah.
That'd be horrendous. I'm gonna nay Death Square. I think,
Yeah.
although I actually think I would really like that game. I just think Sekiro There's a whole
Understandable.
better experience. Actually, I don't know about Death Squared, but it's hard to compare them, isn't it? When you actually have to compare these two together.
Yeah,
I'm gonna have to go with the same reasoning. I think I need to actually see the game to be even the like a small clip of it, just be able to decide.
That's it, Selden. Our 10 platinums we'd recommend together with our 4 trophy hunting experiences is Resident Evil 2, Spider-Man 2018, Astro's Playroom, Bloodborne, Cuphead, The Last of Us Part 1, God of War 2018, Spyro, which could be any game, Stray, and Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. There's actually quite a good mixture there. There's a mixture of really easy games. Spider-Man, Spyro, Stray. It's a medium game, and Astro's Playroom. And a mixture of some difficult, like medium games like Resident Evil 2, God of War, and then we've got some hard games in Bloodborne. Oh, Last of Us is a medium game. Then hard games, Bloodborne, Cuphead, and Sekiro. It's not a
I
bad
think we
list,
should
though.
change. I think we should change it to top 11 and put Death Squared in there. Just because Shah said he'd boost with me, so
We'll put a special
I'm always gonna be
honorable mention to
yeah,
Guest of honor.
Death Squared.
I'm always going to be on his side now.
Yeah.
I'll put the list down in the comments in the description or the comment section, so people who actually want to see what we've actually recommended
I
can go
can't
check
wait
some
for,
of these games.
for people to reply to it like, "You guys suck."
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
no change there.
Yeah, make sure to put down there who chose what games. So
That's actually a really funny
get
point.
the appropriate hit.
That's actually a very good point. I'm going to do that. You know, I'm going to do it. Who recommended Astro's Playroom? Was it Steve?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh, this is it. Everyone's gonna get
Just
roasted.
swap out for Wolfenstein 2.
So there you have it, guys. There's our 10 games. We would recommend you play, sort of. I mean, we kind of just big-ended for the last 25 minutes to try and decide. So I don't know how all of us actually feel behind that list we've all made. We'll probably all disagree with it on some level. I mean, Joel obviously does.
I even disagree with my own choices. So
Yeah.
Overall, I like it. I
Mm.
like the variety.
I want to see a new platinum account with those 10 plats.
Yeah. And Joel's obviously sad that Nier Automata wasn't on there because the trophy for Looking Up Girl Skirt is obviously the best trophy ever.
definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And on that, we'll wrap things up. Thank you all very much for coming on. Joel, handsome course as ever. Steve, my massively hench other co-host. And Shah. But thank you very, very much for coming on, matey. 3-point game is going places. So it'll be interesting to see
Definitely.
what happens in the next 6 months, eh?
To the moon, mate. To the moon.
Yeah. Anyone have any final closing thoughts before we wrap things up?
Boost with me. Pop it down in the comments. Go down to my channel. Just comment, boost, and love a good time.
My closing thoughts is comment your favorite Final Fantasy game down below
I like it.
in the comments of this podcast.
That's a
All
good
I can
idea.
say is that me and Joel are becoming more and more like, that's my final comment. Look at the pose. We're both in the same pose.
Yeah.
Didn't even realise
Yeah.
it.
All I'm going to say is, if you want to watch something really funny, you should watch Steve's stream Wolfenstein because it's
Oh,
very
God.
amusing.
I'm never escaping this.
And if you join at the right time, you get to see him die, right? Which obviously is just horrific for him, but so entertaining. It's like a car crash. You don't want to look, but you just got to. And sometimes you smirk.
It was the first of many.
Yeah. Thank you all very much for watching. Thank you all for coming on. And we'll see you next one. Take it easy.
Bye bye.
Sayonara.